Hey everyone, it's Teemu here. I think it's time to tell you a little bit more about the reasons why I started to experiment more with the alternate tunings, how I got started and why, because I think that's the most important thing to ask as well. Why did I start using them? So I think it was like 10 years ago, a little bit over that actually, 2010 or 2011, around that time, I discovered the band Alter Bridge and noticed that, and once I started to actually look what kind of tunings they are using in their songs, I discovered that they were using a lot of open tunings, like in the song like Open Your Eyes, Ghost of Days Gone By, and much more, like Watch Over You is a perfect example, and Broken Wings. But once I discovered that, and also like this fingerstyle guitar players like Andy McKee, Petteri Sariola and much more, and noticed that they were using open tunings, and I really enjoyed those like beautiful chords they were using too. I thought it would be a really interesting world to get more into, and I think even the first song ideas that I ever started to gather were around the open tunings, but I never really started to write with them. Just until like a few years later, it was 2014, once I got accepted to Bachelors program in Finland, and I thought it was time to start like picking up the subject for my thesis. I did like a practice writing thing where I took like a one tuning and wrote something with it and told about the subject and or reflected a little bit about the process, and I realized that this is something that I really want to like get more into. And once it was time to pick up the thesis subject, it was obvious for me to start making more research about this subject, because what I realized was that there wasn't really any material about like how to get started or like how to get started, why people would use it, like, and how to actually use different tunings. So I thought around that time that maybe it would be really interesting to make something more educational material about it, because the chord charts aren't the way that will help you to actually become more creative. Basically, what I did for the bachelor's thesis was that I just took a look at the songs and tried to find why it was so unique to use those tunings for those songs. And I'll put the link below for the thesis. You can read the abstract that I had to write in English, so you get the idea what I did and how I did it. And by the way, there are my degrees. I got some educational validification and the bachelor's degree from music pedagogy and my master's degree from the rhythmic guitar. So basically, once the thesis was done, released, published and approved, I got accepted to master's program. And once it was time again to pick up a subject for the project, that the master's program here in Denmark was mainly focused on the project side of the things and reflecting about that. So I thought it's a perfect moment to actually go really into this tuning world and create something, create art. So I basically created the album Truth Seeker with 5 different guitar tunings and tried to use those tunings in a way that were really unique with the tuning that I have chosen. So that gave me a lot of tools how to approach new tunings and all that stuff. So I thought it was time to then create a course around this subject. And well, I graduated 2020, but then I wasn't really ready around that time to create anything about that subject. So right now I'm actually about to release the new songwriting and guitar course about alternate tunings. Actually, the early bird list is open. You have the access the last day of July if you sign up to my newsletter. From the link below, there's a site that you can go there and subscribe to that newsletter list. I'm also creating a webinar on Wednesday 27th of July, and there I'm doing a live songwriting with alternate tuning and talking about relevant things related to this thing called alternate tunings. You can ask me questions and I reply to some of them, and also showing a little bit more like the creative approaches and showing also you the ways how I would deal with things. And what you will find out from the course itself, I have to admit that I wasn't great at creating anything with tunings in the beginning, and here's a little clip of me actually trying to find out things with the tuning. Eikä. So as you can see, it was just like trying to fish a really beautiful chorus or something with the tuning. So in order to get more into the writing process and actually making something out of any tuning, I want to teach you something to help you to get started, so you don't have to figure out the basics of each tuning that you want to get into. So I'll give you some tools that help you to get started with any tunings, but also I'm explaining a lot more about like open tunings, special tunings, and probably a lot more in the future. So this is going to be the first course launch that I'm actually doing. The course launches on the August 1st. So I'm super excited about that as well. So yeah, there's some stuff related to the open tunings today and alternate tunings. So I hope you found out this really useful. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions related to alternate tunings, how to use them, or if you have an opinion about it. I would love to discuss about it, and also I will answer to a lot of questions during that live stream that I'm doing, or the webinar that I'm doing on the July 27th. So I would love to see you on that webinar as well. I create an event here on YouTube, and it would be awesome to see you there as well. And of course, remember to subscribe for more content like this in the future. I hope you're having an awesome day, and yeah, hopefully see you on the webinar and on the next video as well. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you on the next one. Goodbye.